On a rainy Saturday afternoon, the house smelled like tea and old books. 10-year-old Kai sat on the living room floor, feeling a little bored. His parents were busy in the kitchen, and the TV was off. The only sounds were the soft rain outside and the slow, careful steps of his grandfather. Grandpa Kai asked, "Did you ever travel? Did you ever do something exciting?" His grandfather, Mr. Han, smiled and sat down in his favorite old armchair. "Oh yes," he said. "I worked many jobs. I moved to new places. I made money. I lost money." He paused, his eyes shining with a quiet secret. "But the most important things are not in my wallet." "Then where are they?" Kai asked. Grandpa looked around the room, then leaned forward. "Under my bed," he whispered. "Bring me the old wooden box. The one with the metal corners." Curious now, Kai ran to the bedroom. He found a heavy wooden box, scratched and worn, but still strong. He pulled it out and carried it carefully to the living room. "Put it here," Grandpa said, patting the carpet in front of him. The box had no lock, only a simple latch. When Grandpa opened it, a soft, warm smell rose into the air: paper, ink, and time. Inside, there were bundles of handwritten letters tied with faded ribbons. Kai's eyes grew wide. "What are these?" he asked. "These," Grandpa said softly, "are my real treasure. The inheritance I want you to have one day." Kai blinked. "But they're only letters," he said. "Not gold, not money." Grandpa smiled, not angry, just patient. "Maybe," he said, "you will think differently after you read them." He picked up the first bundle, tied with a blue ribbon. "Fie, these are letters from your great-grandfather," he explained. "He wrote to me when I was a young man far from home, working in another country. I was lonely, scared, and sometimes I wanted to give up." He took out one letter, the paper thin and soft from many readings. "Here," he said. "Read a little." Kai read slowly. "My son," the letter began, "I know the city is big and your room is small. I know the work is hard and the pay is low. But I also know your heart is strong. Remember, we did not send you away for money. We sent you to build a future. If one day you feel like crying, that is okay. But after you cry, stand up again. Our love is always walking beside you, even if we are not in the same place." Kai felt something move inside his chest. "It's beautiful," he said. Grandpa nodded. "In those years," he said, "I had very little money, but these words gave me the strength to continue. They reminded me that I was not alone." He put the blue bundle back and took a red ribbon bundle. "These are letters between your grandmother and me," he said, his voice softer now. "We wrote when we were young and poor and trying to build a life together. We did not have expensive gifts. We only had our words." He pulled out one letter, the ink slightly smudged. "My dear," it read, "today we had only rice and salt for dinner, but when you laughed, it felt like a feast. I dream of a day when our children will open books, not just bills. For now, our love is our biggest wealth." Kai smiled, his eyes a little wet, and he didn't know why. He looked at his grandfather. "You kept all of these?" he asked. every one, Grandpa said. Money came and went. Jobs changed, houses changed. But these words stayed. They show who we really were, what we felt, what we hoped. He reached deeper into the box and pulled out a smaller bundle, tied with green ribbon. And these, he said, are letters I wrote to myself. Letters? To yourself, Kai repeated. Grandpa nodded. When I made big mistakes, he said, I wrote about them. When I was proud, I wrote about that too. I wrote down lessons I wanted to remember. I knew one day, someone younger, maybe you might need them. He opened one and handed it to Kai. Kai read, Today I lost a lot of money on a bad decision. I feel stupid and heavy, but I must remember, money can return. People cannot. I must never hurt my family to chase numbers. I want my future grandchildren to know the real treasure is the time and love we give each other, not the coins we count. Kai swallowed. Grandpa, he said quietly, did you really think about your future grandchildren, even when I wasn't born yet? Grandpa smiled gently. Yes, he said. I didn't know your name, didn't know your face. But I knew one day a child from our family would ask, what did Grandpa leave for us? I did not want the answer to be just money already spent. I wanted to leave a map of who we are. He touched the letters with a tender hand. These are our family's memories, he said. Our fears, our dreams, our mistakes, our love. They are not perfect, but they are real. And real words, real stories, can guide you when life feels confusing. Kai thought about his video games, his pocket money, the new shoes he wanted. Grandpa, he said, will you teach me how to write letters too? Grandpa's eyes shone. Of course, he said. You can start tonight. Write to your future self, or to the grandchild you might have one day. Tell them what is important to you now. Those words may be more valuable than any gift you can buy. The rain outside slowed to a gentle whisper. Grandfather and grandchild sat on the floor, the old wooden box open between them, the room full of quiet light and quiet love. Dear listener, maybe you also think that the most important inheritance is money, houses, or things you can touch. But one day, someone younger may not remember how much you owned. They will remember how you made them feel, what you believed in, and what you wrote with your own hand. Your stories, your lessons, and your kind words can become a treasure that never loses value. Thank you for listening to this story. If it warmed your heart, please like this video, share it with someone in your family. And don't forget to subscribe to Learn English with storiesformore.com, motivational English stories. For more details, please check the link in the description.